whatever it is you're doing, whatever it is you feel like you have a calling to do, or like you're best at and you have an advantage in, like you can make that what you do if you create a plan and you follow it. 'Cause honey, I'm a dreamer with a real bad disease. Yeah, the kind that you like since you were 17.
Van life. Recently, it seems like there's been a bit of a van life movement. Over the past 3 years, we've seen a 312% increase in hashtag van life posts on Instagram alone. It's a way of life that allows people the freedom to travel while also saving money due to minimizing your needs. I recently met someone named Bobby Blue at my friend's art showcase who had a van parked outside of a venue in DTLA, and I learned that he recently converted the van so he could pursue music. So a few days later, I messaged him asking if he'd give me a proper tour of his van and spend the day with him to learn more about his story as a musician and how he's currently living his way of life. He said yes, and this was my day with Bobby Blue.
Hey!
How's it going?
I'm good, how are you doing?
Good!
Come on in!
Thanks for having me.
Of course!
Alright, well, introduce yourself.
I'm Bobby Blue. I'm a musician, producer, and songwriter, and a businessman now, I guess. I live in LA mostly, but I live in this van and I go wherever.
Yay! So you built, like you converted this van yourself?
Yeah, I built everything from scratch. It was just like kind of an empty shell when I got it. I think the girl who had it before was living in it, like there was signs of it, but she stripped it clean and I basically built everything from the ground up.
Dang,
Yeah.
cool. Can you give us a quick tour of the space?
Yeah, so back here I have my recording studio. So I have my guitars on the side, my pedals down here, speakers, and then like a nice like fully weighted piano because I'm gonna get more into that, and like a drum pad. Got my mic right here. So yeah, it's like everything you could really need to record. I make like a combination of indie music and electronic music. I start with guitar and then I just add all these weird synths and drums and Ableton.
Now, what's going on up here?
So yeah, this is basically where I store everything I need to survive. So I have my water that you can see right there. I like keep shoes, notebooks, like more like daily stuff over there. And then I have like a tool bin, like a musical equipment bin, a food bin, and like a accessories bin. Back there further, I have like emergency stuff like pepper spray, like tire iron stuff, if my car breaks down or if somebody attacks me.
You gotta fix it much?
Once or twice, but honestly, the person who had it before me rebuilt everything in 2015. So even though it's like old bones, it's pretty new and well working. Almost 50 years old.
Almost 50, wow.
Yeah. I'm gonna have a big 50th birthday party for my van.
Do you have a name for your van?
Yeah, the van's name is Frida.
Okay.
And I named it that because it sounds like freedom, and like the van like symbolizes freedom and like this lifestyle that I can like.
I love that. Yeah, that's cool. What about here? All your clothes going on here?
So no, I hang my jackets here. This is like my arsenal. My trash behind here, you can't really see it usually, but I have a fridge and it's like massive. I've never been able to fill it up and not run out of food before it goes bad. I have a fan up here. It helps keep things cool.
What about like the way you decorated the lights?
These are just like random Amazon lights, but they're a vibe. I just use what I have, like what I have available. I bought some of this wood from Home Depot and Lowe's. These packing blankets that I use to line the wall, they insulate and they keep like the sound sounding good in here, so it's actually a really good recording space.
Nice.
This was the hardest part for me and I'm really proud of it, honestly. Like, I hooked up the solar system all by myself. I had these solar panels on top of the van. I calculated like the wattage that would be required to be able to run my studio, my fridge, my lights. I have a battery, like an inverter that I can just hook up my stuff to. This is a charge controller which keeps the voltage from like burning through all my stuff. It just keeps it at like a nice digestible level for my electronics.
Pretty much don't have to worry about energy, I guess.
No, I can run whatever I want all day,
yeah.
which is good because sometimes I'm running my speakers for 8 to 12 hours a day. This is the front cabin section. I have a portable speaker because this thing's from 1975. I just keep my like papers in case I get pulled over. And this is a manual that literally tells you like step by step how to fix like anything. I do have like a power system up here just so that I can charge my phone.
Why this lifestyle?
One, to make it so that I can do my art and like market myself and do all like the BS that comes along with it, because there's a lot more to making music than just making music.
So cost and just being able to be in it and like do the art every day.
You saw back there, I don't really have a lot to do. Pretty much I can only work on my art or meet people. It forces me to be on the path to success.
What would you say are like the best parts about it and then like challenges?
So the best parts, low expenses, free time, and freedom. Like I can go anywhere I want. I could literally go live anywhere on this continent that I wanted to, which is so dope. Shitty part is that it's hot as balls and then loneliness. I do see people every day, and I still get a little lonely sometimes.
I feel like people don't touch on that too much, but I guess it's probably a thing, right? Yeah. Well, on music, let's transition into that. How did you get started in music? What's the story behind that?
I posted something on my Instagram, so I'll show it. So ever since I was a young kid, I've just been picking up sticks and playing them like guitar, singing in a microphone, like writing my own songs, even before I could talk. So my parents got me in lessons like pretty much when I could hold it. It's me as like a little baby. I'll show you too.
Aww.
High school, I was like religious growing up, not anymore. I would play in like my church band, and then I had some friends who were really talented and we started a band. And then we all went off to college and went to different places. I had started writing at the time and I wasn't getting to do that too much. Then I heard about Ableton. For the past 3 years, I've just been learning off of YouTube from other people and just being really dedicated to it. As of like last year, I've been at a place where I'm able to make music that sounds like I want it to. I feel confident in pushing my art.
Wanna show us some music making now?
Yeah! I kind of got my roots in like that Frank Ocean, James Blake, Jai Paul, who make like crazy, like intricate music. I'll just start playing something that I'm kind of working on in the background. So that's what I have fleshed out for like the beat I've been working on this week. For drums, I either draw them in like that. You can also load them all into a kit. I'll add a lot of synths. Then yeah, I just lay down guitar. I have like this pedal board right here so I can plug in my electric guitar, or I have the mic that I record my acoustic guitar through.
Didn't you just finish a song?
I did,
You dropped a new song?
It's called Eagle's Flight. It is on Spotify and all streaming platforms.
We'll link the song down below.
Yeah, this is like a little snippet from it. This one, it was kind of like a psychedelic 70s feel, so I just kind of made it organic. Like all that. That's just like a chopped up guitar part. It's all about building energy, like starting from a little bit, build it up, tear it down, hit it with the full thing.
Yeah. Going to the beach now, you normally like what, meditate here, stretch here?
I don't do it in any particular order, but I'll play guitar, sing too. I try to get my blood pumping in some way, just like maybe a couple push-ups and squats, like nothing major. And then when I'm here, I go in the water just because I've always loved the ocean. This one's be careful.
Take me through some of the stuff you do, like whether it's a stretch, a meditation.
So I do this thing called the Wim Hof method, where you breathe in like deeply like this, and then just kind of let it go, but not all the way. It's like not a full exhale, and then you breathe in again. I'm not gonna do all of them because it's honestly a little weird and like embarrassing. I try to do it in private. I think it's really important to be moving and to like keep your musculoskeletal.
Show us some stretches.
That's your problem. Consumer slaves and whores. Won't you stop?
How does like this, like being at the beach and all of this kind of help with your creative flow?
It just makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's something about the water. It's nice to go in every day and soak up the sun, just like be totally kind of surrounded in nature. Just good for your mental state in general.
So let's play some music?
Yeah.
It's starting to rain. We have to go back to the van. Are these originals?
Yeah, I
Nice.
pretty much only play originals.
Okay. Do you have names to your songs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us the name.
This is called Done No Wrong.
Cause honey, I'm a dreamer with a real bad disease. Yeah, the kind that you liked since you were 17. Pay no mind, the choice is only yours or mine tonight.
That was so good. Oh my
Thanks.
God. Where do you get your inspiration from?
I think it's a combination of my life experiences, playing instruments a lot, being around music, and then the music that I grew up with and listened to. I have a couple of artists that I look to in particular, but it's songs. It's particular songs from people that I don't know any of the other songs that can influence me just as much.
What do you love the most about music and being able to play?
I like how it makes me feel. Whether I'm playing in front of people and I'm nailing it, like that's an amazing feeling. When I'm mixing my song, when I add the element that just makes it hit, it makes you feel something. The emotions that it gives you is unreal.
How do you want people to feel when they think about Bobby Blue?
I want people to be happy. I want people to have a good time. My art is very pensive. It's very thoughtful, lyrically complex, sonically complex. Yeah, it gets you thinking on some thought or hear some sound that you've never heard before. You go like, how did you make that? Yeah.
That's awesome. How do you feel through what you're doing this music stuff, being in a band, that you've been able to inspire other people? Because I think you are. I definitely think you are.
Thank you.
100%.
That's really kind
Why
of
we're
you.
here.
Freedom and independence, and like that you're powerful, that you have the ability, you can do whatever you want. Whatever it is you're doing, whatever it is you feel like you have a calling to do or like you're best at and you have an advantage in, you can make that what you do if you create a plan and you follow it.
Are all of your albums on Spotify?
You can find me under Bobby Blue, that's Bobby 3LUE, on all streaming platforms. Yeah, like, but Spotify is preferred because that's the king of all of it. We're taking a dip down right now to Ocean Park to go to my sanctuary right now.
Your sanctuary.
Yes.
Why is it your sanctuary?
So it's the gym. I gotta go in to validate my parking.
Oh yes, that's true. Okay,
About 20,
go do that.
But I'll be right back after.
Okay.
So right now we're standing outside of the place that keeps me safe and clean. We're at 24 Hour Fitness Santa Monica. So I come here, I shower, I get a little workout in, and I'll like eat some food afterwards in the parking lot. Get on out.
Yay! We have arrived at our next destination.
This is the Cold War site,
This is the
as
Cold
we called
War
it
site.
in high school. So up that path, like a mile or so, there's like an old base from the Cold War where they used to look out for missiles, but now it's just like kind of there.
Interesting. Okay. So this is it.
Yeah.
This is the site.
Yeah, my friends and I would come here a lot growing up. Just like a nice, beautiful, quiet place.
Oh, this is cool.
Yeah, it's a sick place.
Yeah.
That's LA right over those mountains. All of this is the San Fernando Valley.
Look out.
I grew up kind of hanging out in the valley, the San Fernando Valley, and a lot of my friends would just like come here, and it was like a nice pretty hike. It's always been a place I felt at peace. I like to take random adventures like that. It's good to go on a hike a lot of the time because I really like being in nature. I like how it makes me feel, and it gets the blood flowing.
On the road again.
Bumpy and unpaved as it may be.
We are now at UCLA. This is where Bobby went to school.
Yeah, it's where I learned that I wanted to make music. A lot of my life growing up was all about school. Like my parents were very education focused. But when I got here, I just decided that I didn't want to work for anybody else. I felt like I was good enough at being my own boss. But it sure is pretty. Look at her.
Yeah.
This is my favorite hill. I have a lot of good memories of listening to music, making beats on my laptop, writing lyrics.
All right, we are now heading to get some dinner. So we have just arrived at Sonoritos for dinner, but I was curious what Bobby actually does on a typical night for dinner.
Most meals, I'll meal prep, and I eat salad in a tube. It's got all the nutrition in there, packet full of vegetables, all different types of nuts, spices,
It
garlic.
looks good.
Another salad in a tube, nuts, carrot, half-eaten carrot, cucumbers, straws, and tomatoes. I'll go out, obviously, with friends and stuff, and get food if I'm hungry. But yeah, that honestly does the job a lot of the time. Yeah.
Nice. All right, well, we are getting dinner here today at Sonoritos Tacos. We're gonna meet up with my friend Sarah Bjorkman. You've seen her in another video.
Hungry.
We're hungry. How's it going? Good. This is Sarah. This is Bobby.
Hi.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hello. This is
Hello.
Bobby. This is Sarah. Dig in. Taste. Okay, we just finished dinner. How was your dinner, Sarah?
It was really good.
Bye, Sarah. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so we are now back at my place in Santa Monica, and we're gonna close with the video. So thanks so much for showing us around your space and telling us a little more of your music story.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, this was awesome. I had so much fun.
Yeah, it was a good day.
I think I need to get a van, honestly.
Do it.
Eventually, at some point. Maybe.
You can.
I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't yet. And I'm gonna leave all of Bobby's links and socials below. Music's below. You can check it all out. And yeah, any last words?
I love you guys.
I love you guys. All right, see you later. Bye.
So right now, let me get to the